When you're standing in a warehouse or a small workshop and you realize you've got a stack of Euro pallets that need to be lifted, you start weighing two things. Will this machine actually move the load without making me break my back? And is it going to cost more than I'm willing to spend for a job I only do a few times a week? Those questions are what keep most buyers up at night. I'm not here to hype the brand name or flash a list of specs. I'm here to walk you through what it really feels like to use the Tory Carrier semi-electric pallet stacker, and whether the value it promises line up with the everyday reality of a busy shop floor. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the core problem this machine tries to solve. A lot of small to medium businesses use manual pallet jacks or rent a full-size forklift for occasional lifts. Manual jacks are cheap, but you quickly learn they're a pain when you need to raise a pallet over 100 pounds, especially if the load isn't perfectly balanced. Renting a forklift gives you the power, but the hourly rate adds up, and you still have to deal with maneuvering a large vehicle in tight aisles. The Tory Carrier sits in the middle, a semi-electric stacker that can haul up to 3,300 pounds and lift it to 118 inches, while still being compact enough to fit through standard doorways. One of the first things I noticed when I unpacked the unit was the fixed leg design. Unlike fully electric stackers that fold their legs for transport, this model keeps its legs sturdy and permanent. That means you won't have a wobble when you set it down, which is a subtle but real advantage when you're stacking pallets on uneven concrete. The legs also double as a safety feature. They lock automatically when the machine is idle, so you can step away without worrying about it rolling away. Now, how does the semi-electric part actually help you? The chain assist device is the workhorse here. When you push the handle forward, the chain engages a small electric motor that takes the bulk of the load's weight off you. In practice, that translates to a light steering feel, even when the pallet is near the 3,300 pounds limit. Imagine you're loading a batch of heavy steel components onto a Euro pallet. With a manual jack, you'd be bracing your back, jerking the pallet forward, and praying the forks don't slip. With this stacker, you simply steer, and the chain does the heavy lifting, letting you focus on alignment. That reduction in strain is where the real value lives. The machine protects your body and speeds up the job. The brake system is another area where the Tory Carrier tries to differentiate itself. It uses an explosion-proof foot brake combined with a steel-manufactured design that feels solid underfoot. In a noisy workshop where you might be wearing ear protection, a foot pedal that clicks into place with a noticeable resistance is reassuring. When you set the load down, the brake holds the pallet steady, even on a slight incline. I tested that by parking the stacker on a ramp that mimics a loading dock slope, the pallet stayed put until I intentionally released the brake. That reliability is crucial if you have to leave a load unattended for a few minutes while you fetch additional items. On the downside, the semi-electric stacker is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Its power source is a rechargeable battery that lasts around 6 to 8 hours under moderate use. If your operation runs overnight or you have multiple shifts, you'll need to plan for a recharge or keep a spare battery on hand. The unit also lacks the full range of steering angles you see on more expensive, fully electric models. In tight corners, you'll need to be a bit more deliberate with your path planning. That's not a deal breaker for most, but if your aisles are narrower than a standard pallet width, you might find yourself fighting the machine's turning radius. Who should consider buying this stacker? If you're a small to medium retailer, a local manufacturing shop, or a distribution center that moves Euro pallets on a regular but not constant basis, the Tory Carrier offers a practical middle ground. Its load capacity covers most standard pallets, and the 118-inch lift height is enough to reach typical shelving levels without needing a separate lift platform. The semi-electric assistance means you can keep a single operator on the job longer without fatigue, so labor costs stay low. The steel construction and explosion-proof brakes also make it a good fit for environments where safety standards are strict. Think automotive parts or chemicals where a spark could be hazardous. Who should skip it? If you run a high-throughput operation where pallets are moved every minute, a fully electric stacker with faster lift cycles and larger battery packs will likely be more efficient. Also, if your workspace is constrained to aisles under 42 inches, you might hit the turning limitations mentioned earlier. Finally, if you need a machine that can be easily taken apart and shipped in,